Hey, what's up? I'm Chico, and thank you for stopping by. So, it was another great weekend at the box office, as you can see. Barbenheimer leading the way again, with Barbie doing another 93 million. And it's really good to see. It's breaking records. I am very happy it's doing so. Again, I created this channel to always try and remind people how good and fun the movie going experience is. And Barbie is a great example. I did do a review a couple of videos ago, and while I do say that it may not be the movie for us, I do see that why people are having a good time and they're coming out to see it. Again, I'm happy to see that. The hallways are full, the theaters are full, people are gathering, and friends, families, they're all dressed up in pink, taking pictures, talking, laughing, having a good time. And that's what's important. Not everybody's going to see movies the same way. And, let's keep it going. That's what it's about. Oppenheimer, I mean, this is a masterpiece. This is a must see movie. For us, this is the second time catching it. This time we were able to see it in IMAX. And the first time, Red Zoom, she fell asleep, and it wasn't her fault, though. We did see two movies before, and she couldn't make it through Oppenheimer. Understandable. Again, as I said on my review, you got to drink your Red Bull. You got to come early or just bring your A game because it is a 3.5 hour movie and it needs to be that long. Um, I hope it's not something that deters you that it is that long. It is a really good watch. And it will leave you thinking. It will leave you with questions. Our whole drive back this time around, which was half hour, we were talking about it. There's so many different things to so many different ways to look at what happened, right? Even by the ending when Emily Blunt and Kitty asked him, she was in full tears saying, "Did you ever think that the people will ever forgive you?" And they're emotional moments, right? There's so many ways to look at it. Again, President Truman being all hard ass on him, telling him, do you think the people in Hiroshima give an F about who built the bomb? It's like they don't. They only care about the person who dropped it on them, and that was him. And he throws him out of the White House, calling him a crybaby. To so many people look at it as we dropped the bomb on an opponent that was already defeated, already down. So, yeah, again, there's just so many ways, so many things to talk about how it went down. And that's why it's so special. It's a movie that you should not miss, no matter what format, whether you prefer Dolby for the sound or IMAX for how big it is and how cool it looks, or even just digital to save a little money. It is a don't miss type of film. It will be remembered for years, I believe, anyway. Okay, so this video though is about Talk to Me, which is the other movie we saw this weekend. Amazing! It was so much fun. We do like horror films. I have made that clear before, and this I believe should be reversed. We also caught Haunted Mansion, and it's a lot better known because it is Walt Disney. There's a lot more people know about it. We saw it, and it was okay. It's just nothing that is memorable, nothing pushing the envelope in any way. It's just an okay movie. No complaints, but nothing to compliment too much about. I wish this were reversed. I think Talk to Me was definitely the gem. Um, for starters, to my surprise, and she's not in much of the trailer, which is why it baffles me. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw Eowyn from Lord of the Rings. She is in this movie. She is the mom, and she is so good in this. She'll make you laugh in a way because she has the tough job of running the house with three teenagers. So it's tough, and she does so well. It's funny, and in a way, it's serious because it is a serious a horror film. But I miss her. As soon as I saw her, I brought a smile to my face because I really liked her back here in Lord of the Rings. And
Women of this country learned long ago.
I haven't
Those
seen her
without
since
swords
then,
can
so
still
it was
die upon
pleasant.
them.
She's a lot older now,
I fear neither death nor pain.
a couple of pounds extra, but still a really good actress and a really good part of the film. Um, Now, the film itself, as you may have heard, A24 is doing such a good job with movies. They are bringing us fresh stuff, new stuff. It is something that I hope we keep talking about and spreading that there are a lot of good movies, and if we support smaller studios like them, this is how we win eventually, because we're going to get new stuff, hungry actors that want to, perform for you, not some that have been around for so long that they tend to mail in their performance. People in these movies are often unknown, and yet they do such a good job. That's the case with Talk to Me, which is the recent release. And if you like horror films, this is a cannot miss. If you don't think that you do, this is a good entry film. Let's talk about it a little bit on the trailer, because I think the trailer sold it short a little bit. Because I remember, we've been watching it for a while, and we keep looking at each other like, we're gonna watch it because it's horror and we like horror, but we didn't think much of it, because it really looks like just another Ouija board type of horror film where you're just summoning a spirit. But it is so much more than that. I really want to hype it up. I don't know if anybody that actually sees this can spread the word, but let's watch some of this.
In the group chat? You're doing it again tonight? No. Please. It's my mom's Remembrance Day. I just want to forget about it.
Mia is a really good character from the start. This movie is going to shock you in the first minute. That I can warn you. I'm not going to spoil anything about it because I would like you to see it. But you'll be shocked by the first minute. The audience reaction along with us was pretty shaking. But it is not just a type of scary film that is just made to give you a shocking scene here and there. There is a really good story here, really good writing, very good character creation. So you'll be liking everybody or have an opinion on the main people in this film by the first 10 minutes. It is very well done. This is something that scares me personally, because I am Gen X. So watching films like this, a kind of millennial to Gen Z more type, is always entertaining to me, because people our age didn't have to not put up, but didn't have to deal with this, right? Whenever you have moments like this, whether you're partying at a house or something that's supposed to be kept on the low, it's never on the low, because you have people, everybody has cameras. And that's just a different type of peer pressure, man. That is, everybody's had peer pressure before, but things like this, I can see where it can scale to more trouble. This fellow right here is probably more Gen X version of what it would be, just a guy with his beer and he's just watching whatever's happening, but there's no camera, nothing. You're going for the experience, and chances are by the next day he won't even remember what happened.
Who's up? I'll do it.
Cannot go for more than 90 seconds. Am I clear?
What happens after 90 seconds?
This is Haley, and she is also. We didn't think we like her from the trailers, but hey, she does a good job for you not liking her. She runs the show. It is her call, but she's actually upfront about what happens and the rules. But hey, things fall by the wayside, and she is very entertaining. I liked her once the movie started. Once we got to know who she is, she's very entertaining.
Don't want to stay. Light the candle to open the door. Blow it out to close it. Put your hand on it. Now say, talk to me.
Talk to me.
Now, again, I don't want to ruin anything about it, but that scene kind of gives you the vibe, right? That you've seen something like this before, whether it's just another Ouija board type of a horror film that they'll summon something and they'll react. But this movie, again, there's a difference between a movie that just gives you just the easy or the scare for the sake of scare, where there's something, or then there's a movie that gives you real fear, where something might be more real. like there's a reason to why these things happen. And that's what's so good about this movie. Give you a quick example of something that was a classic in my time, of course, The Nightmare on Elm Street.
This won't hurt one little bit.
Freddy Krueger was scary. He was really good himself, of course. He is part of why it works out so well. But the reason why everybody really liked these films and they made so many was because everybody got scared of falling asleep. And that's something everybody does, right? It's something that's natural, something that we have to do. Yet if you fell asleep, that's when he came to get you. So it gave depth to what a scary movie is. If it would have been just about Freddy Krueger, everybody would say, yeah, he's scary. But by the time the third movie came along, you kind of sick of him. Falling asleep was such a real thing to anybody that, once the first movie came out, you remember, it's like, damn, you were scared of falling asleep for a while just after what you saw. Same thing with this one, because in a different way, of course, there is a reason why what they do actually makes sense. It's not
like? Felt amazing. I could see and feel everything on the other side. So my mom, she was trying to reach out.
this is the reason why she does it, right? It's more than just a regular scary movie where somebody hears something on the cellar and you grab the flashlight and then you start going down for no reason and you're wondering why the hell are you doing that. With this movie, you're kind of feeling not only attached to the characters, you kind of see their dilemmas. From the very first 5 minutes, you will see Mia here, what happens with her and why she had to make a tough decision, and it kind of shows her character. And you can feel why they make the mistakes that they make. So that's why I like this so much. It's not just senseless, like doing mistakes that you shouldn't do in a horror film, but they do it all the time. This one has a lot more depth to it.
I'm here. Still been saying stuff.
You mean saying stuff?
Yeah, that's a freaky scene.
What if we opened the door but we didn't shut it?
Real quick. You can see how it changes, right? Once you watch the movie, you'll see like the characters again are really likable. You can really relate one way or another to one or another. Just because, for example, this is Jade. She is the co-star because Mia being the star, co-star is her best friend as her boyfriend, and this is Haley and her friend, and they were the ones that started this whole thing. And you can see the change, right? So again, another reason why it is so good, because it's something that gets out of control for them.
Oh my god, they followed us. I like it. They're not gonna stop. They're never gonna stop. I like you.
Now, again, we are big fans of horror. We like it. I could tell you the audience liked this movie a lot, as much as we did. Resume, she was screaming about some of the scenes. So were the young couple next to us. Yeah, I mean, highly recommended. I think we might be able to catch it one more time just because we like this so much. And we'll see. Again, give films like this a chance. I think they're very well worth it. A24 is a company that's trying, and let's see what we can do to support them. All right, see you on the next one, and thank you for listening.